We're going to talk about what's the number one secret to truly changing your life. And it might not be something you think is the thing you might think it is, right? That don't make any sense. It might not be the thing you think it is. It might not, that's a tongue twister. I'm going to explain to you why the thing that you need to do to truly change your life is something that you truly ignore. You haven't really thought about. You haven't had an action plan of how you can put it in place because it's invisible, because it's not something you can draw out, think of, actually see in person. Can anybody guess what that number one thing is that you need to do to change your life? Can anyone guess what the number one thing is that you need to truly address in your life before you can truly change the trajectory of your life? What's the one thing that you gotta fucking master? And I do mean fucking master, to make sure that you're no longer the fucking victim of the story anymore, that you are the hero of your story. You understand that your story is that of a fucking victor. Your story is the testimony of everything that you've been through, understanding that you are going to grow what you go through to be able to come out on the other side of it and be a better person for it. What's the number one thing that you gotta fucking work on, that you ignore most of the time? Because it's hard to fucking do. It's hard to address. It's hard to truly look at it. Because when you look at it, when you start working on it, you're gonna get uncomfortable. It's gonna be hard. It's gonna scare you. You're gonna fucking shed some tears. You're gonna fucking be uncomfortable. You're gonna wanna stop doing what you're doing. You're gonna wanna go back to your old ways. Can anybody guess what that is? Heather, what is it? Yeah, you fucking guessed it. That's right. Your mindset. Your mindset. It is not the climb up Mount Everest that kills you. It is the pebble in your shoe. It is not the climb up Mount Everest that kills you. It is the pebble in your shoe. We can have the perfect strategy. We can have the intention, the will of wanting to apply that strategy. But if your mindset is clouded and you experience self-doubt because you haven't addressed what you like to call the demons of your life, guys, you will never be able to achieve that true change in your life. You will always be a fucking slave to the chains of your past. We like to say that it is the demons of our past that hold us back, but that is a fucking lie. It is not the demons of your past. It is the emotions of your present. Your feelings, your emotions, that is what you are doing battle with. Because what is the first thing that comes up for you when you start to battle those so-called demons? You start to tear up. You start to get choked up. You start to wonder and you start to fear and you start to tell yourself, I can't do this. You start to remember moments of your past when you've tried to overcome those feelings and you failed. It's not easy work. It takes time. It takes energy. It takes effort. But if you keep telling yourself that you are bound by the experiences of your past, by the judgments that you have made about yourself in the past, you will never be able to change your life. You may momentarily be able to let it go. You may momentarily be able to move on from that self-doubt for a week, maybe 2. But when you have that negative day, or when you have that experience that reminds you of why you failed in the past, you are going to immediately go back into that mindset. Go back into that mindset of failure, of self-doubt. You are not who you tell yourself that you are. You are who you are. So if you tell yourself you're a winner and you tell yourself you can do this, the thing is, unless you truly believe it subconsciously, you're going to have a hard time truly embodying that. We have to train ourselves, and we have to teach ourselves, and we have to do the hard work and address our emotions to truly become that. And how do we do that? How do we do that? It's a 3-step process. Step 1, write this down. Step 1 is to do a self-audit of your health, your mindset, and the relationship that you have with yourself of the past. Think of the last 30 days and be fucking honest. Do a self-audit of your health. For the last 30 days, have you truly showed up for your health? Have you truly committed to following the meal plan? Have you truly committed to doing the workouts? Write it out. Where have you not shown up for yourself? Where have you had a limiting mindset or limiting self-beliefs of why you can't do what you know you need to do for yourself? Why you have not shown up for yourself? Think about it for the last 30 days. Where is it that you keep refusing to do the 10,000 steps a day? Where is it and why is it that you keep refusing to get the 8 hours of sleep a night? Why do you not make sure that you are hydrating your body? Why do you refuse to do your self-check-ins? Why do you refuse to show up to the coaching calls? Why are you ignoring your health? Do an assessment. Be honest. Tell yourself where you are at. Write it out. It can be bullet points. It can be sentences. It can be paragraphs. You can record a video of this. Do the assessments of where your health has been for the past 30 days. And then mindset. Where have your feelings come up for you? Why have they come up for you? Did they come up for you when you were doing a check-in? What feelings came up for you? Is it self-doubt? Is it you feel like you are being judged? Is it you trying to do something and then when you start to fail, you start to talk negatively to yourself? Is it self-limiting beliefs? In the past 30 days, your mindset, where has it been? Be honest. You have to truly think about why am I experiencing these feelings and where have they come up for me? Has it been when you tell yourself that you're going to go to the gym and then your drive home, you start to think about when you failed in the past, or you start to feel sorry for yourself, or you start to question why you're even doing all of this? In the past 30 days, where have you failed? Or are you succeeding? Are you working on your mindset? What is it that you are specifically doing in the past 30 days that has helped you? And what have you been doing for the past 30 days that you know you need to destroy? You know you need to work on. You know you need to find a way to start mitigating it and deal with it and addressing these emotions that you're feeling. And then the relationship with yourself. The relationship with yourself, very simply put, the relationship with yourself is how are you showing up for yourself or how are you not showing up for yourself? Now, this can kind of go into the mindset and it can kind of go into the health, right? But what actions have you taken in the past 30 days to change the trajectory of your life? Did you sign up for the gym? Did you buy those dumbbells that you told yourself you were going to buy to make sure you can do your home workouts? Have you canceled those subscriptions that you told yourself you need to cancel to actually follow through with not spending 2 hours in front of a TV every fucking night? Have you been doing the meal prep by actually changing the way that you do your meal shopping? What actionable things have you done or have you started in the past 30 days to get you that much closer to your goals? Have you scheduled your workouts on your calendar to make sure you do your workouts? Have you scheduled the coaching calls on your calendar and set them to repeat to make sure you get value from me? Have you scheduled a support call with me? Have you done your check-ins? And if you haven't done these things, identify why. And if you think that you don't get value from them, that's a self-limiting belief. If you think that you don't get value from something, it is honestly based on the fact that you don't have the faith that you're going to be able to follow through with the action items that are given to you. So if you tell yourself, well, I'm not going to show up to the coaching call, just to be honest, I know all of that shit. He repeats himself, and you know what? I've tried it, and it doesn't work for me. That's a lot more about you than it is about the shit that I give you to do. Because if you are not where you want to be right now, that says all of the things right there, that says it all right there. Information without implementation is just noise. So in the past 30 days, and if you're just tuning in right now, you're going to have to catch the replay. I'll tell you right now. You're going to have to catch the replay. And the reason I'm saying that is because I'm giving you actionable items here. So, your past, what you went over, where have you been for the past 30 days health-wise? Your mindset, where has your mindset been for the past 30 days? Your relationship to yourself, what have you done or what have you not done to implement something actionable for yourself in the past 30 days? Now, the present, step 2, the present, right now, today. Do an audit of the past 2 to 3 days. What have you done for your health? What have you failed at? What have you succeeded at? If you told yourself you were going to do the workouts that you missed in the beginning of the week, did you do them? If you told yourself that you were going to do the meal prep today and you were going to sit down and plan out your week today, why did you fail or why did you do it? And if you did it, write down why you did it, why it was important to you, why you are finally realizing that if you don't plan out your week, your fucking week is going to go to chaos. You got to control the chaos by understanding that you can control it, even if you feel like you can't. What have you done in the past 2 to 3 days to make sure that you got your check-in done? And if you did your check-in, I want you to write out why it was important to you. Assign some value to it. When you assign value to the things that you have done, it helps you understand that you are stacking wins. You provide value to the things you've done, therefore you understand why you're going to make sure you keep doing them and why you make sure you repeat the things that you are actually working towards. Your mindset. In the past 2 to 3 days, where has your mindset been? What feelings and emotions have come up for you? And what has caused you to fail or succeed at something? What are you avoiding? What demons, and I say that in quotations because as we just addressed, it's not your demons, it is your emotions. What things have come up for you that have brought tears to your eyes, that are causing self-doubt in your life? Is it your past? Is it trauma? Is it your childhood way that you were raised? Is it the fact that your parents didn't teach you the value of money? Is it the fact that your parents didn't teach you the value of taking care of your body? Is it the fact that when you were young, you were molested as a child and now you hate your body? We're getting fucking true here. We're getting fucking honest. Is it the fact that when you were young, you had a relationship and that first relationship ruined all relationships for you because they made you feel so little that it's been hard for you to recover? Is it the fact that you have an alcohol problem and you refuse to address it because in the moment it makes you feel better, therefore in the moment you believe that it is valuable to you? Is it the fact that you refuse to tell yourself that you have a alcohol or nicotine problem and you smoke so much because then when you admit it, you refuse to see that something's wrong with you? And if you don't address it, if you ignore it, if you don't understand that the way that you're living your life is fucking destroying you and killing you, then you can ignore it and you don't have to give value to it. Is it the fact that your childhood obesity has affected you so much to the fact that now you have told yourself that you can't succeed, and if you fail and if you aim small, you won't be disappointed? Is it the fact that maybe your brothers or your sisters growing up received so much more attention than you did that now you have told yourself that this is my lot in life, this is what I can expect from life? And if I don't try for more, I won't be disappointed. Is it the fact that you have no purpose and you're not driven in life because you don't find it, because you don't want to look for it, because you want to keep fucking thinking about your past and you want to keep reminiscing and you want to keep getting stuck? What has come up for you in the last 2 to 3 days? Write it out. Be fucking crystal clear and be honest. Relationship to yourself. In the past 2 to 3 days. In the past 2 to 3 days. What have you done to change the trajectory of your life? What have you avoided? What have you made sure you don't fucking miss on? If you did your check-in, again, very similar to relationship to health and mindset, write out why you made sure you got your check-in done. Write out why you woke up an hour early to make sure you did your photos. Or if you fucking didn't do it, write out why you missed it. Write it out. What came up for you? And if some of these things come up for you and it falls into the line of relationship with self or relationship to your mindset, that's fine. All of these things coincide with each other. In the past 2 to 3 days, what have you avoided doing that you know you need to fucking do? In the past 2 to 3 days, what is it that would have made next week 10 times better for you? And why are you not doing it right fucking now? And then step three. In the next 20 to 30 to 40 motherfucking days, what do you know you need to do to change the trajectory of your life? What do you know you need to do to change the trajectory of your life? Health. Be crystal fucking clear. Be crystal fucking clear. Write it out. If you know that you gotta go and tell your boss tomorrow that, hey, I can't stay late at work the way I've been doing for you because I'm gonna leave when I'm supposed to leave. I'm gonna make sure that I hit my workouts because you know what? I want to change the trajectory of my life. If you need to have that conversation with your wife and tell her, sweetheart, I know you want me to come home straight after work, but when I come home and I don't get a chance to stop at the gym for an hour, I come home and I feel depressed. I feel anxious. I feel behind. I feel like I can't serve you as a man. I feel like I can't show up for my children. I feel tired. I am begging you, I am asking you, I am telling you that I promise to you that if you support me and if you work with me to be able to go to the gym, I will come home to you and I will be the ever motherfucking man that you know I can be for you and this family, and I will lead us into everything that we want in this world. If you gotta tell your husband, sweetheart, I am asking you to not go to the bar after work and to come home so I can get my home workout in. So I can stay at work a little bit later so I can actually go to the gym after work instead of driving through rush hour traffic. If you tell your husband, can we please finally build that home gym so I can get my workouts in? Can you watch the kids for me so I can be the happy wife that you want me to be so we can save our marriage? If you gotta tell your kids, hey, you're 13 fucking years old, and I know that you are smart enough and you are wise enough to start walking home from school like you've been asking, and I know I've raised you right, and I have faith in you, and you're gonna share your location with me. That way I can show you that I trust you, and I can start doing my workouts, and I can be happy, and I can show you what it means to start prioritizing your health so when you get older, you don't suffer from childhood obesity. So when you get older, you don't have confidence problems. What things do you have to do to change the trajectory of your health for the next 30 to 60 to fucking 90 days so it is a permanent change in your life? What things do you have to do? Do you have to sign up for a gym membership? Do you have to stop spending so much fucking money on Starbucks so you can afford building yourself a small little home gym that you always said you want to do, but you keep not building it? Do you have to start saying no every time your mom asks you to take you to the store, even though you know damn well that maybe showing her how to start doing deliveries for her house is going to be much more beneficial for her and for you? Do you have to start understanding that you have one life to live? And if you don't live the life that you want, if you don't create that life for yourself, nobody's going to do it for you. For the next 30 to 40 to 60 to 90 days, what do you have to change in your mindset to truly change the trajectory of your life? What is it? Do you have to start going to therapy? Do you have to start finally understanding that childhood trauma that you went through, that rape, that molestation, the drinking that you thought the Marine Corps taught you or the Army taught you that didn't feel like a problem then is a problem now? Do you have to start understanding that you have to ask your mom to have a sit-down conversation with you, and you have to address the fact that you resent her for never teaching you how to properly take care of your body? Do you have to start teaching your kids the value in eating the right foods and not enabling them by feeding them fucking chicken nuggets every day? You tell yourself, you know what, coach, it's just easier. I can't do it. Those are self-limiting beliefs. Those are self-limiting beliefs. Do you have to start treating yourself like you are someone that you love? Do you have to start therapy? Do you have to start finally admitting to yourself that you've been through something that was very hard? Anxiety, depression, those things are real, but they are something that happens when you don't address the problems of your life. When you ignore them, and when you think that they're going to go away on their own, they rarely do. They turn into depression. They turn into anxiety. You either get excitement from being able to take on the next challenge of your life, or you experience paralysis because you don't know how to do it. You have the strategy. You have the plan laid out for you. So for the next 30 to 60 to 90 motherfucking days, what do you have to do to start understanding that your mindset is not going to magically change on its own? I don't give a fuck if you do all the workouts and you eat properly. If your mindset doesn't have a true fucking revitalization, you're going to end up right back where you were at. It is not the climb up Mount Everest that kills you. It is the pebble in your shoe. And the relationship to yourself. For the next 30, 60, 90 days, what are some action items that you need to lay out and actually follow through on? And you don't need to have the perfect plan. You don't have to have the perfect situation. You don't have to have the perfect way of doing this. Messy action. What do you have to do? Do you have to actually research what kind of therapy programs your job insurance offers? Do you have to ask your mom, Mom, I need to talk to you. Can we please find time for us to sit down and talk? Do you have to tell your dad, Dad, the way that you treated Mom has affected me in a way where now my relationship with my wife is falling apart. I need to talk to you because I need some clarity on a few things in life. Do you have to go to your employer and do you have to tell him, I'm quitting because I'm going all in on this business that I am starting? Do you have to tell a loved one, listen, Joe, I love you. You're my cousin. You're my brother. You're my best friend. But every time you call me, you are calling me to bitch and complain about this relationship and your wife or your job. And all you are doing is putting it on me, and it brings me down. And I've given you advice. I've told you what I think, But unless you are going to truly make a change in your life, Joe, Sally, Betty, Annie, brother, cousin, mom, dad, I need you to stop putting that on me. I need you to stop calling me and bringing me down because I'm trying to live my life. I'm trying to live my life. In the next 30, 60, 90 days, do you need to move out of your house that you've been living in with your parents? In the next 30, 60, 90 days, do you need to finally make the decision that you gotta take a different job than when you're at? Do you gotta fucking play smart and understand that maybe where you want to be isn't where you're at, but you're never gonna get there if you don't take steps forward? You thinking about planning and saying it's not the right time, one day, next week, maybe next year, when things get better, when things align, when I make more money, when I'm healthier, when this, it's bullshit. It's never gonna happen. Things don't align perfectly for you. Step into your power. Step into your motherfucking power. I am guaranteeing you, I am making you the promise, I am making you the devotion that for the next 30, 60, 90 days, I am going to be delivering and over-delivering and giving you more and more value. I am done gatekeeping it. I am opening up the floodgates. I am entrusting that the things I'm teaching you and the things I have taught you guys so far are going to give you all of the power that you need to make sure you succeed on your journey. You are not limited. I don't need to give you baby steps. I need to teach you every fucking thing that I have learned that has worked for me, that has worked for other clients, to make sure that you have all of the information that you need. However, woo! I can hear my echo. Love it. I hope somebody calls the police on me. I set off a car alarm. However, information without implementation is what? Whoever says it first gets $10 from me. I'm gonna fucking Apple Pay you right after this. Information without implementation is what? What is it? Information without implementation is what? Well, nobody wants free money? Are you not paying attention? Information without implementation is what? No, it's not. Information without implementation is what? I've said this at least 10 fucking times. Information without implementation is what? Information without implementation is what? Nope. Man, y'all not paying attention? Am I not fucking turning it up enough for you? Information without implementation is what? That's fine, Greg. I've said this before. I know you've been there. I know y'all pay attention. Information without implementation is 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Who's got it? Nobody? All right. I guess y'all don't fucking win the $10. I'm sorry. I'm going to give you guys a chance in a minute. Information without implementation is just noise. It's just noise. It's just noise that goes in one ear, out the other. I can give you guys everything that I have. And I do. I bare my soul on these Facebook Lives for you. I bare my soul. I bare my motherfucking soul on the coaching calls for you guys. I give you everything I have, and I will always over-deliver. And you can be motivated. You can be inspired. You can tell me, Coach, this is it. This is what I need. I appreciate you. This is it. I am fired up. But if tomorrow you don't implement the things that you were inspired to do, the things that I told you would help you get from point A to point B so you can get to fucking point Z, it is all noise. You need to be so fucking devoted, not disciplined. I've said this before, and I've rearranged the way that my mind perceives this, because discipline is essential, but discipline has this connotation of, I need to wake up at 4:30, I need to do this, I need to do that, I gotta work out, I gotta wake up on time, I gotta go to the gym, I gotta do this, I gotta do that, and if I don't, I fail. But if you don't make sure that you are devoted to making changes. It's about devotion. Devotion is the thing that will drive you to the finish line. When you are devoted, it is not coming from a place of authority or being forced on you or you thinking that you have to do it. It's coming from your passion, from your heart, from the future that you want for yourself, for your kids, for your relationship, for your life. You get to do these things. You want to do these things. I want all of you to make the freaking commitment to be devoted to your goals in life. I don't want you to feel like you have to have this robotic discipline. I want you to understand that when you are devoted and you make a devotion to applying what I talked about today, and if you jumped in a little bit late, what I'm going to ask you to do is, once this is posted, go back, watch the replay, and follow the 3 steps. And to wrap it all up, once you have those 3 steps outlined, written out, take action. Read everything. Figure out where you are lacking. Read the past you. And be angry at it. Read the past 30 days. And be truly inspired that you want to be different. And then read step 2. Look at where you are at. And if that's where you think you can get to in life, if that is the highest level of who you are, then you should be craving more. And then step 3. When you read step 3, I want you to say, I am. Not I will be. I am. I am committed to having that hard conversation with my mom and telling her that I have to stop enabling her from always bringing me down. I am committed to no longer allowing my weak little moments to dictate my entire day. Be committed to the change that you want to make. I am committing to you guys that I will over-deliver. I will show up. I will be doing more Facebook Lives just like this. I will continue to fucking serve you guys in every fucking bone that I have. And I will continue to inspire you, motivate you, and over-deliver every chance that I get. I don't care if there's people staring at me. You guys are my passion. I am devoted to you. I don't have discipline for my business. I have devotion for my business. I just spent the last 3 days at a coaching seminar to make me better, because I want you guys to be better, and I want to be better for you guys. Have a beautiful freaking rest of your nights. And this week, I better see everybody hitting their fucking goals. And I want to see you type a post in the Facebook group after you do the 3 steps. And we're calling it the Past, Present, Future Journal. When you complete your past, present, future journal, I want you to write a post with the action items that you're going to do. And I better see people getting uncomfortable. I better see people being vulnerable. I better see you writing out the things that you are afraid to do and that you're going to do it. You don't need to wait for the perfect time to do it. Just fucking do it. Don't be afraid of what may happen. Be excited of what may happen. You may be free from it. You may change your life. You may truly become the person that you want to be, that you've wanted to be. I love you guys. Go back, watch the whole video. I better see some posts. Woo!